Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm Yasmin. I'm host for Talking Talk. Talking Talk is a platform where we practice languages. Besides full conversation in the language that we are practicing for. Today we practice English with the subject immortality, a blessing or a curse. We have some questions to guide us today. And that's it. We usually start presenting ourselves, so a little about me. I'm 20, I live in São Paulo. I work as a software developer. Every free time I like to read books, watch series. Recently, I finished the Hunger Games trilogy and I started another book. So, yeah, that's it about me. Ricardo, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Uh, well, my mantra, I live at São Vicente, for the city of Brazil. Uh, I don't know, sometimes, not sometimes, always I use it to talk the same things, but I don't know, it's just a brief presentation. Uh, I love dancing, go out with my friends and family. Uh, I like to go to the restaurants, but I prefer go to a place, for example, a house where you could uh, share or I don't know, became together uh, eating some things, barbecues or no. I don't really love barbecue, but I love the opportunity to talk with my friends and family. So in this case, doesn't matter if you like the taste or not. I love the sensation be among the friends and the family. That's it.
Yeah, this feeling to me among the people that we love is really nice. Thank you, Ricardo. Fernando?
Yes. Morning again, guys. I'm Fernando, here in São Paulo, capital. I'm a married and I have two daughters. I work as a product owner as well. And, I'm here to talk for improving my English for 2 months. And I like to spend a lot of time with my family, to go to the park and the shopping mall too. And I like to barbecue, Ricardo, sometimes when I have opportunity to having a barbecue with my family, but just within family, because I don't know when I have a lot of people in a barbecue, but with my family, I like to do, but it, it's good for me. It's just it for me, guys.
Thank you, Fernando. Really good. So, guys, let me start with the first question with Fernando. If you had the chance to be immortal, would you take it? Why or why not?
Oh my God. I think if it's possible to immortal with my family, maybe, something. But alone, I think it, I, I don't like, choose, I don't choose to become immortal just alone, let's pass the past, a lot of years, man, 90 years, just alone, I think it's a problem for me. But if I have, I don't know, it's a difficult question, but if I have opportunity, maybe with my family, because I would opportunity to spend a lot of years with my family. I think, my opinion.
Yeah, past immortality alone is very lonely, very sad, I think, because there isn't anyone to share the things. And yeah, it's sad,
Yeah.
I think.
In the video said that you will have opportunity to pass to do a lot of things, to become a musician and a scientist and a lot of things for your life. But if you have to do this alone, but because without your family, without your parents, without your children, it's difficult to live just alone.
Yeah, it's sad to not have anybody to share the
Yes,
things.
yes.
Ricardo, what's your opinion about this question?
Um, Sometimes it's a tough question to wonder because it's not make part of our reality. Huh? Uh, I don't know. It's could be uh, a blessing or a curse, depends on the situation or person. So some situations, for example, diseases and other stuff, I wonder that if you are immortal, you don't become sick. So in this case, is a wonderful situation. But I some a couple of months ago, or don't remember, I watched I I don't know a news or something that if you any person uh, were died in our planet, the population arrived 3 billion people. No? So in this case, is certainly these persons uh, probably, for example, in the big centers, metropolis, the situation probably should be the same. The people became concentrated in this part. For example, India and have a billion in the set 700 million people. Certainly, I don't know, probably 3 billion rich. So in this case, we have another conflict. Immortality should be a person have to eat, or could you die if you have a kind of injury? So in this case, is you have a lot of different problems. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird.
But
We could have genius surviving yet, for example, like Einstein, Thomas Edison. So probably these persons have this kind of geniality, creating new more things, and possibly our mankind became more, I don't know, more advanced technology and the other stuff. So that's it. I talk a lot. I'm
nice.
sorry.
I have a question, but because I think if the immortality has just for you guys, for example, would you take it, or in just in for all the people, or like a choose for you would take it the immortality? What do you think? You choose or not?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat? I didn't understand.
For if the immortality, if for just to you, if you will
Sure.
have a choice
Yeah,
for
sure.
what would you take it, the immortality or not?
Uh, uh, we don't have this kind of experience in our lives. So I watched a movie. I don't remember. I didn't remember. There is a person that is immortal, and they live a lot of time, and there are one that's nice because have this kind of side. Né? The people talk with this guy, and this guy was a immortal person. There is a Hellraiser, no, Highlander actually.
Highlander, yes, I remember
This
that. I
person,
remember, yes,
he have to lead with sad situations because uh, he lost
yeah,
wives because she died, and the sons and other stuff. In this case, Highlander is not possible to have sons, no?
yeah,
But
yeah,
he lose some persons, no? Friends and the wives. So yeah, there are some advantages and other disadvantages too. So I don't know. Probably today I would like to be immortal, but when I arrive 80 years old, for example, so probably I think a different way.
yes, yes, maybe you have been,
It's hard because, like we said before, it's very lonely. I don't know to take the immortality alone. Okay, we can learn a lot of things like we saw in the video, can read a lot of books, study a lot of different things, learn a lot, but if we are without the people that we love, I think this we don't have so much reason to do the things. I don't know. We don't have someone to share what we are learning, for example, we are doing. So I think it's very lonely. I don't know. I wouldn't take it. And I think in another point too, that is maybe immortality could motivate some procrastination because sometimes we just move on because we know we have a limit of time to do something specific. And we have, if we have all of the immortality, we will just be in this procrastination forever because we know our time will not end,
Yeah,
and that's it. We'll just keep procrastination.
yeah. I have to learn something because for example, I'm going to use it someday in my job or in my life, but doesn't matter. I'm immortal in this case. It's not necessary. So yeah, it makes sense.
Mhm. I agree because I think that um, a little bit about the question number two, because I think that the life could become a little bit boring, because it's difficult because you have to live long for long years. And I think, in my opinion, that the life it became very boring.
Because I think, for example, when we choose some activity to do or some book to read, some series to watch, normally we take the information that we don't have so much time, so we have to choice with responsibility. But if we have immortality, we'll just do the things to do and that's it. So at the end will be really boring, I think. And for you, Ricardo, do you think this could be boring?
Um, yes, in certain situations, for example, uh, if you think, this person have 20 years old or uh, 30 years old, so probably uh, there there was a lot of thing that this person have to visit places and a lot of different things. But if this person have, I don't know, 5,000 years, probably this person have already visited all of the parts of this world and know a lot of different people. So probably uh, for us sometimes we feel this kind of feeling. Or for example, a very rich person. So sometimes this person I use drugs or another stuffs probably because of some feelings, some sensations like that. A prince or a prince or this kind of person sometimes is hard. There is advantage because necessarily this person is not famous because famous is hard because you visit a place is hard. It's not possible. Oh, tomorrow I will travel for a specific city, but if this person is very famous, it's hard because it's not possible to visit it so easily. But for us, in some day, probably you have to face this kind of feeling. That's it.
Yeah, I think at some point, any feeling will be the same, so we can start to maybe try to find some another feelings with drugs, for example, like you said. So yeah, could be a challenge. So I think we already talked a little about the three, a little about the four. I will go to the number five. Ricardo, what kind of pleasure, if any, do you think would not diminish over time?
Uh, of kind of pleasure, be immortal. Um, I don't know. Sometimes you feel a kind of peace in your heart because you don't have this kind of problem. Won't you'd have. Uh, but yeah, when you keep in touch with another person is always a problem. Have some kind of consequence. There is a phrase, I'm not able to talk in English, né? Você se torna eternamente responsável por aquilo que tu cativas, né? So if you have a family or friends and they thinking in a situation that just you are immortal, so you face some problems. But ever people were immortal. So yeah, could be nice, né? Could be nice in certain point, né? I don't think it's a kind of paradise, but for example, thinking all of the persons on this world were immortal. Probably is more common. This person, these persons were more mature. So they normally, when a person became older, this person became more mature. There are exceptions, I know, but it's common. So in this case, if you have, I don't know, 1,000 years, so probably you became more wise, more smart, and more confident, and probably our society uh, should be more. It should be better. So in this case, this person could think in some kind of fun or another situations to try to let our life better. So essentially, that's it.
And for you, Fernando, what do you think about this question?
So, oh my gosh, I don't know what the specifically pleasure because I think the pleasure chose along during the time. I remember that when I was younger, I I liked to listen music in out loud, for example, very out. But nowadays, I don't like to listen music the volume very up, because it choose for me. I think that our pleasure become different and choose for doing the years, but I don't think about the specific pleasure would not diminish over the time, But I think your preference change along during the years, past a lot of years.
Yeah, I think at some point, our I think the activities that we like to do will, I don't know, became, let me see if there is expression. Um, okay. Will be dull. Yeah, it's like that. Boring. Will
Mm-hmm.
became boring. Because imagine past 100 years, making the same activities. So yeah, I think maybe if we would be immortality, we'll start to search for another activities. Yeah, I think this make more sense. So let me see here. I will go to the number nine. I think is interesting. Fernando, if a large group of people became immortal, do you think would happen? Do you think would happen to society?
I think it would happen like said Ricardo, the society is with a lot of people. It's difficult to to live in this world because a lot of people we have a different think about the our situation. That's so difficult to do. But if you think about the any people to live in the past, for example, painters or scientists, if these guys live until nowadays, I think that a lot of another inventions to do in this time because nowadays we have a technology. But if you think about the other things about the, the our society here with to difficult for because we when we have a growth for a lot of people, the consequence is difficult.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to pass some months with some kind of people. Imagine all of the immortality. Yeah. And I agree with you. There are a lot of scientists, researchers in the past that could keep going with their works nowadays. So yeah, it would be good depending of the people because there are another ones that if they would be immortals, would be hard, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Imagine in the China nowadays, because if you search in the internet, there are a lot of people live in a small apartment, in a small, because there are a lot of people there, it's terrible because it's a big country, the big land, but there are a lot of people who live in a little, a smaller space in China, in Beijing, in the capital, I saw uh, uh, and, and videos on the YouTube about this, 'cause the center, there are a lot of people there. It's so difficult to live. I think it's so difficult to live it there in a small apartment. A lot of people in a building, my gosh, so difficult.
Yeah, a lot of Asian countries pass through this. I remember about a movie that's called Parasite, I think is something like that. It's a Korean movie that was released in 2019, I think. And it's very impactful because we see the house of a family of four people, and the bathroom is next to the place that they sleep, the place that they have a meal. So all of this is just together, and I think it's very uncomfortable live in that way. And this occur a lot in Asian countries. I already saw also a video while I was in Japan, and one old guy was living in the, let me see here, how is that? I forgot is this in English. In the hall of the building, so in the front of the port of the other person houses. So yeah. Imagine live immortality in that way. Would be really sad. Ricardo, and for you, what's your opinion about the question 9?
Uh, I believe that problem, feel prejudice or this kind of thing. If you look at behind, normally when the surge or when the, are a person different from others, normally this person receive bad feelings like prejudice and other stuff. So in this case, probably these persons suffer a lot of different things, including some people try to kill these persons. So because that's it. There are when there are a, a group of different people, doesn't matter religion, uh, color of the skin, or I don't know, different stuffs. Normally, this kind of situation occurs.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people will try to catch this specific group to make maybe tests, scientific tests to try to reproduce the immortality. So yeah, maybe these people will suffer uh, some kind of I forgot the word even in Portuguese, but yeah, I think that once there are a group of different people, there are a lot of problems that came with that because society cannot just accept things uh, mainly powerful people, they would want to reproduce that to be immortal too.
Yes. Do you think immortality is a desire for the most people, or for the scientists or not? Because I think sometimes the people would like to become immortal, but I think it's a desire for a lot of people. But for me, I don't know if it's a desire.
Yeah, I think this became a desire mainly with people with power
Hmm.
because these people wanted to keep going with the power. Um, and but people that don't have power just want to, I think, live the best life that we can with people that we love. But people, very powerful people, would like so much
Yeah.
that. Let me see here another question. Oh, the number 13 is really nice. Ricardo, how would you handle your finances and researches if you leave it forever?
Ah, probably good, because, for example, uh, if you buy I don't know, uh, stock market, for example, invest in stock market and they keep it alive, and they receive, uh, how do you say? I don't know how do you say dividends in English. For example, from companies like Nestlé, Coca-Cola, Apple. So I don't know. And I don't know. This guy could buy a picture from a famous painter. I don't know. And the apparently is not exactly a problem. You immortal is just necessary eat some things, fruits, and other stuff. So it's not necessary a lot of different stuff. But it depends, no? If you just one person, probably this person you'd be rich. But if a lot of people is, I believe that you should the same nowadays. No? There are people rich and there are others poor.
Yeah, I know because maybe the immortality can bring some another advantages. For example, don't feel hungry, so don't need so much researches because yeah, it's impossible to die. So yeah, I don't know. Could be a hard question. And for you, Fernando, what do you think
Yeah,
about?
because you need to have money, But I think, oh my gosh, if you have to work forever, I don't want to. It's difficult, but it's if in this case it's necessary to invest, like salary time, because in the future, in um, one moment we don't have to want to work because imagine if you have to need to work forever. It's so difficult. I- If I have tools, I have more time for invest my money or maybe I don't know why, but it's so I think it's necessary to think about I don't know this word in English for partner money because it's necessary to have the money for if you need to. to have emergency in your life, or if you need to travel, because of this, you have to invest, for. But if you need to live forever, it's so interesting because you have to you need to prepare for living in in these years for for a long time.
Yeah, imagine path of the immortality working.
Yeah,
I think even being worried to manage and to save money will be hard to do in immortality. Imagine have to work too. So yeah,
yeah.
it's hard. So let me see here. Ricardo, do you want to choose a question that we didn't pick yet?
Uh, don't know. Number 14, I don't know. The first 10 years of your mortal life, what about the first 1,000? It's hard, this kind of question, because uh, it's not a, a reality. You could, for example, thinking regarding books, movies, and this kind of thing. For example, I remember I don't watch it, but I listen to some things regarding Twilight. I believe that the name of the movie, the vampires. The father is very, very rich, and the other stuffs, for example, Highlander, these kind of things. But I don't know. Sometimes it is hard to. I believe that after some while, for example, 1,000 years, the persons became more adapted, and the suddenly these persons could uh, thinking it became a kind of routine. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it's so difficult, because
Yeah.
if I have certain that I will live forever, or 100 or 1,000 years, I think that I don't go after my goals very quickly, because nowadays I go after my goals now for my objectives for my life. For example, I have studied English every day because I don't have a lot of time and years in my life. Because of this, I have I looking for goal, my goals very quick. But if I have certain that I will live for 1,000 years. Oh my gosh, I I will a little bit, and not it's not fast, but my my goals. I I don't have a lot of speed for to arrive in my goals.
Yeah, because once we know we will live forever, we will be, oh, I can do this after. I can take it easy, do that in my
Yeah,
time, and then pass 100, 1,000 years, and don't make the thing. So yeah.
Yeah, because nowadays I I say that I'm 41 nowadays, you know. I know that I will live for 20, 25 years, maybe, you know, in my life. I have a certain about this. Because of this. I go out with my goals now because I don't have any time here. I don't know about this. In our life, you have our our life. One day how the people passed away. You know, I know you know that I will pass away in the future. But if I know that I have the opportunity to live forever and I'm mortal, I think that my goals, I will think different, you know?
Yeah. Gonna be really hard to have goals because normally when we have one, we try to make it mensurable. So have some objective to a time to reach that, the how much we want to reach related to that. But with immortality, it's almost impossible to make any measure of it. Would be really hard.
Yeah,
So let me see here some question that we didn't take yet. Uh, no.
I think number seven is a little interesting. What new goals or hobby would you propose if you knew you had forever to learn? Oh my gosh, I think if I will have to chance study another subject, like said in the video, you know, you have to opportunity to study with about another subject or another goals. But I, for example, I will have I I would like to study psychology and pedagogy. I don't know the name. But for me, sometimes it's just for a hobby, you know, because I'm interested about that topic, you know. But nowadays I don't have time because I need to study for my improve my career, my life. But if I have more time in my life, I think that I need to opportunities to study about the topic, you know. And I regarding that. Like go. But I think if I have opportunity to live for more years, would I would like to study about a lot of another subjects.
Yeah, I think this could be good to pass the years because if we just study all of the same subjects, I don't know, I think maybe we'll be really bored
Yeah,
to every time being living the same. Yeah, maybe study um distinct and different subjects would help a lot. I think I would do the same, search for new skills, maybe. Some skills that take time, for example, we saw in the video, learn some musical instruments is something
hmm
that I think this takes a lot of time to practice, to understand that. So maybe I will choose these subjects that take a lot of time to learn. I think would be a good skill to learn.
yeah, yes. I'd like to study about the universe, you know, and star observer, you know. But I don't have time. But if I have a new job, future, if I have more time in my life, I think I will study about the universe, about the stars, The, I like to observe the universe for the, I don't know, microscope, not a microscope, I don't know this name in English, but if you need to observe the universe, I think it I will hop new hobby for me in this case.
Yeah, I think astronomy of the stars,
Yeah,
universes, there are a lot of things to be discovered according to the years, and could be a great topic because every time there is something to study, to discover. So, yeah, I would like to learn that too. Yeah,
yes,
I have to
nice.
read books, so I would like to read a lot of new books too. I
Yes,
think would be a good thing to pass the time.
sounds good, nice.
So I think our time is almost ending, so let
Okay.
me send here the survey. If you want to share any suggestion of subject or of something, you can say in that link. And I want to invite you for the next week. We'll talk about the art of decision making. Why do we hesitate? I think will be more easy than today, maybe.
Nice.
So if you have time and interest, please come. Next week I will be here again. And that's it for today. Thank you
Mm.
for coming for our conversation and have a nice week.